What is good, guys? This is your host, Deanna Kuempel of Label Free Podcast. To live your best life, you must live label free. I have Obi. I have a special guest, Obi. I can't pronounce your last name. Can you say it
Obi
for me?
Soulstar.
Obi Soulstar. I love that. I have a special guest, Obi Soulstar, with me. He is the Renaissance man here in Chicago. I'm very happy to have him on. We've been trying to get together for quite some time, so thank you for joining me today, Obi,
No, thank you so much
especially
for
under
having me.
these circumstances. Very,
Absolutely.
very different circumstances.
Yeah.
So we were starting to talk, and I was starting to talk about like his background and things that he's done, but I wanted to stop because I think that we want to share that with you guys. So Obi, why don't you like introduce yourself, tell people like your background, and we'll go from there.
Sure. My name is Obi Soulstar. I'm a singer, songwriter, musician, performer, actor.
Model.
Yeah, we could throw model in there. Actor, and photographer, and painter. So I definitely live the arts here in Chicago and abroad.
I love it. You are incredibly talented. So
Well, thank you.
I was blessed. I'm gonna say blessed to meet you when I did that charity event last year against human trafficking, or not last year, actually.
It
It's
was
been a
wasn't it last year?
year and a half ago. Oh, was it?
I think it
No.
was last year. It was last
Oh
year.
my gosh, I'm starting to get confused. So
Last summer.
Last June at Sand Mansion here in Chicago, we did a huge charity event against human trafficking. There were seven Chicago-based fashion designers, and Obi was one of the models for Delphine
Yeah.
for her collection, and you looked fantastic.
Well,
I'm
thank
gonna
you.
tell
Thank you.
you, like a lot of my girlfriends are like, "Who's that?"
Oh, really?
Oh yeah,
Oh, I blush.
you were getting a lot of eyes, but
Thank you.
so I was reading through your bio, and I didn't know that you were actually raised in West Africa. You were born here, but you were raised in West Africa.
Yeah, yeah. I was born here. My parents are Nigerian. They were here in the United States going to school. My mom went to Northwestern University while my dad went to Roosevelt
Oh wow.
University. When they were done with their education, they moved back home to Nigeria and took me along with them. I was around probably 5 years old.
Okay. Wow.
So I lived in Nigeria for 13 years and some change, give or take. Did my
Hmm.
school, went to the military, and one day I came home from the military on the weekend, and my mom was like, "Hey, I renewed your American passport, and you leave tomorrow." So literally, uh, that's how that happened. I'm not sure if I should be saying that on camera in case the Nigerian military is wondering why
Oh,
my
I
mom
don't think
years ago.
so. I think you're in the clear.
Yeah, I'm in the clear at this point. Yeah, yeah. So
That is a very so you have some rich background. So I mean, how do you like it? Do you remember a lot of? I mean, I'm sure you do. Like living in Nigeria versus living here. Do you miss any,
absolutely.
do you miss anything from back in
Well,
Nigeria?
I would say now that I'm older, I would like to revisit. I mean, I haven't been back since I left at the age of what's that, 18, 19,
Okay.
and I'm in my 40s now. So as a grown man right now, I would love to go back and probably tread those same grounds that I
Sure.
walked on as a kid. And now that I'm into photography, I'll be able to see things also from a different eye,
Sure.
and I'll say probably, for lack of a better term, appreciate it a little bit more. It's just like being here in Chicago. You don't appreciate like the little things, like even going to the arts museum. You know, I've been in Chicago for over 20 years. I haven't been to the art museum, and I'm an
Really?
artist. So it's like sometimes you don't appreciate the things that's in your own backyard.
Well, that's
Other people come to where your stuff is at and appreciate it more than you do.
that.
You can translate that into being a musician as well. It's like, sometimes when people peg you as a local artist, they may not appreciate you as much because you are in their backyard. However, when you travel, that love and appreciation for what you do is vast. And then when you come back home, it's like, oh, I'll see him next week, or
That's
so
interesting.
yeah,
I never thought about it like that, but that's a really good point. I mean, I personally like I love knowing so many great artists like yourself, and like I want to support them as much as I can, but I think you're right. I never thought about it like that. People take for granted what they have, that what comes easily, and they don't realize that they have incredible treasures
right,
like right at their fingertips. That's
right.
I like that. You just opened my eyes to something. Thank you. But I actually just recently saw a lot of your photography that you've been posting on Facebook. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I did not realize that you were a photographer too. I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy has got so many incredible talents. So, what do you like to do the most out of everything that you are gifted to do?
Okay. Okay. Let me let you in on another component of my life.
Okay, another one.
Yeah. So what
You
pays
kind
the
of sound like
bills is
me with
actually,
everything.
well, I've been called a superhero by day and a rock star at night, and this is by a judge in the felony courtrooms. Well, to explain that, I'm actually a fraud investigator as well. So that's what pays the
What?
bills. It's like different masks that I wear.
I love
Um,
it. I love
so
it.
that's what pays the bills. But creatively, what fulfills my soul the most is actually the music portion of it. And
Sure.
I hate to say that because it's like having four kids and try to tell somebody who you love the most.
Yeah.
But you're always going to love one kid more than the rest of them.
Sure. Sure.
But music only because um, when I'm on stage, I really do come alive. And I say it to my audience every single time I'm on stage, you're sharing the happiest moment of my life till date.
I love
Because
that.
that moment would have been the happiest moment of my life till that point. And of course, other things will happen
Sure.
till the next show. But when I get to the next show, that's going to be the happiest moment of my life till that point. So, and just being able to express myself uh, through music has been a divine savior in my life, for
That's
sure,
amazing.
for
And
sure.
I can relate to some of that too, but that is beautiful. And I absolutely love that. And I need to come see one of your shows. So
Yes.
I wanted to come see one of your like so not maybe the last one, but the one before that. And it just was I don't remember what was going on. And I know that we had exchanged messages and
Yeah. Yeah.
sometimes it sucks living in the suburbs. I'm a total city girl. I really everybody says you should be living in the city. I'm like, I know. I bought my townhouse. I bought my townhouse when I was in my early 20s, and it's like, had I known back then, I probably would have made a
We've been
different
in the
purchase.
city.
Yeah, for sure. Because I'm like all my friends are in the city. Like
Yeah.
I live all the way out here, and like I mean, I have some friends out here, but they're kind of lame. That's okay. They're not going to see this.
Well, and they don't know which one of them you're talking about, so it's cool. I got
Exactly.
I got some lame friends too.
But I think we need to have those lame friends to keep us grounded. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean?
Well, I'll play a song for you on my acoustic before this is over. So that's
Yay!
like
Okay, yes,
mean that.
definitely. Oh, I love that. This is so great. Oh, thank you so much. This is awesome. So I'm actually reading. I did not know that you were Musician of the Year award for Chicago Raw Artist. How did that happen?
Oh, for Raw, that was back in 2012.
Yes.
In 2012, I was a Artist of the Year for Chicago Raw Artists, and it's just an amazing organization, and how they bring music and art and everything together. And you have your fans vote and support you, and then there's an actual live vote and showcase that happens. But no, I got involved with them. I really don't know how I got involved with them. I must have seen it online, signed up, and did a couple of their shows during the course of the year. And when they had that final competition, I had an opportunity to be a part of it, and I won.
Awesome. That's
Last year, I won the uh, it was the African Music Awards that happens here every summer,
okay.
and I won the Chicago the African Artist of the Year award.
So where
My
was that
music.
held? Was that at the museum
No,
downtown?
no. This one takes place, I think, in Douglas Park. It's like a big festival, one of the biggest ones they have during the summer. That's out south.
So how did
Um,
that make you feel when you win those awards? Does it feel good?
uh, it's it's great. I try to live my life without allowing people to solidify who I am or what I think of myself. So it's great to get the recognition.
Hmm.
Uh, but personally, I don't like putting too much power in other people's hands. So when there's a voting situation, um, because you don't win doesn't mean you're not great or good. It's just that somebody got more votes.
Yeah.
But I don't like to we're going to be judged every day. When you walk out the house or when somebody thinks about you, period, there's going to be some kind of judgment attached to it. I, for the most part, just try not to put myself in those specific circumstances where it's open for you to vote on me and tell me about my fate. I'd rather just create my path. And that goes with my music. My music is a fusion of soul, funk, rock, Afrobeat as well. So,
Ooh,
some people call me a young Lenny. I mean, I'll take
I,
that all day.
I see that
I'll
in
take
there.
that.
I
I'll
like
take that
that.
all day. So, so my music is like a big pot of gumbo. It's got a lot of stuff that's thrown in that
I
just,
like gumbo too.
well,
So
there you go. And it just gives you that good taste to your mouth, your ears, your eyes. It's
that's
giving me chills
awesome.
just thinking about it right now.
I know. I'm getting excited. Oh my goodness. So, you also are on the show Empire. You are a
Yeah.
recurring extra on Empire. So you're in a season 3 on Fox, and that is
Yeah.
so we started talking about this, and that's why I was like, wait, let's record this. But I actually, because after I mean, my husband passed away about 4 years ago, and I had to restart my life, right? So
Yeah.
these last 4 years it's been a journey, and like I was like, okay, you know what do I want to do now? So
Yeah.
I was like, maybe. So a friend I was working with, he's like, you'd be a great extra. He's like, you really should be in TV, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, sure, whatever. So I actually signed up and I got chose. And
Mm.
I like the call time was so early. And I remember my alarm clock did not go
It's
off.
usually it's usually like 5 or 6 for the most part.
So, but for me, coming from where I am to get ready, I had to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning
Ah.
to be down there. So 6 o'clock's not the problem. And now these days, now I'm like up so early because now I do work downtown.
Hmm.
Well, except right now because we're all in quarantine. But I just remember I was like, I was so bummed that I missed that experience and that opportunity because I thought that would have been really neat to do. So how do you like that in with everything else?
Well, I think I got into that because I was trying to find a way to break into TV,
Okay.
and this was before I actually got an agent. So I saw something on, I think it was on Fox News,
Okay.
where they were talking to a girl who was an extra, and then all these other links came up on how you can be a part of it. So I of course signed up, and I did. I was chosen, and I did a handful of scenes actually, and it was really cool just seeing how everything works behind the
Sure.
scenes for the
Yeah.
most part. Um, I wasn't that much of a novice because as a musician, I've shot music videos. So I
Right.
do know how long it takes to get a final product that's going to be 5 minutes, talk less of when it's going to be like 30 minutes to an hour, how many angles you have to shoot, how many times you got to run stuff over and over so you
Yeah.
have more options than you need. So, but it was just great to see the TV side of it, and then of course see the main star actors and things like that. Even though I was an extra, what made it worth it for me was that I got camera time, not just to be on set.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because really, it's not about the money. Because really, the money is probably just going to get you gas for the most part. But it's about the experience and getting seen on camera, and having your friends be like, "Oh, I saw you right there, right next to Terrence
That's
Harris.
so
Oh,
cool.
you were
I love
sitting."
it.
So that was pretty cool. Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
it. Yeah.
And then I got an agent. And the agent was like, "Yeah, I can't do extra stuff anymore unless it comes through them." I actually got a speaking role. It was supposed to be
And
a
now don't you
scene.
so you have to join SAG, right? If you're speaking?
You have to probably have a certain amount of lines to
Okay.
join SAG.
Sure.
I think it's something of that. So I wasn't SAG at the time, but then I ended up signing up with an agency. I was also doing stage at the time. Anyway, I was doing theater.
I
Signed up
love
with
it.
an agency, went on a bunch of auditions, and got an audition for Empire, and I did my audition. Boom, I got booked for the speaking role. I was supposed to be a pastor in one of the churches downtown, right across from the Hancock.
Okay.
And I think it was somebody's funeral. It was supposed to be. And I was on a high for 2 hours because they're calling me, "Oh, what's your size? This, that, and the other." And then 3 hours in, my agent calls me like, "Hey, have you been on Empire at all this season or the season before?" I said, yeah, as an extra, but you can't see me. They were like, yeah, they kind of don't want to take a chance just because of continuity. I mean, you can't have
Oh.
somebody who was a musician and now he's on
Oh,
the same
right. Yeah,
show.
yeah, yeah.
So I
Okay.
was like, ah! And then
Oh man, that stinks.
right after that, Jesse got into his stuff. So,
Jesse. Well, who's Jesse? Is that
oh,
your
Jesse
character?
Smollett, Juicy Smollett, Jesse
No.
Smollett, the guy that faked his beating and said these two true
Oh yes.
stories.
Okay. Yeah. 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 Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry. Like.
he was supposed to be in that scene too, and everything just came a crashing.
Oh.
That's that
Sorry,
big dog.
guys.
That's
I do
that
have a
big
dog.
dog.
He wants to be on the podcast too.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, speaking of screen, I then got an agent, and I do you remember Joey Lawrence from what was
Yes.
that?
Yes. Friends.
Friends. Was
Yes.
no, it wasn't Friends. Joey Lawrence was from whoa, what was that? Blossom.
Oh. Okay. So that's a different show.
Yeah, yeah. Joey Lawrence was from Blossom back in the day. He always said "whoa" and stuff like that. Anyway, I was fortunate to
Stop it. Hold on.
give him something to eat.
Yeah. So Joy from Blossom. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
I was actually fortunate to be in a movie with him, and I was actually the co-star of that movie. It's called Saved by Grace. I really don't know when it's coming out, but it was shot earlier last year. It was all about it's a true story of a guy who was into the drug life, into the street life. Long story short, he got arrested several times. One occasion he got into jail and ran into my character, who has been in and out of the prison system also. But I turned my life around and I found Christ. And while Joey's character was in prison with me, long story short, I was able to convert him over to see the
So
light.
it's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
It's a
I
good
can't
feeling movie.
absolutely. I just can't wait for it to come out, and I just hope it's not one of those situations that because of funding and all that other stuff, it just
Oh
vanishes
yeah.
throughout the day. But it was cool to do it and actually be alongside someone who, I mean, whatever you want to call him, celebrity, B, C, it doesn't matter. But
No.
someone who actually had or has
Clout.
yeah. It was pretty cool. Pretty cool.
So what do you have, like, what's in the works now? I mean, we are all living in this unfortunate pandemic right now,
Yeah.
but that doesn't mean that life doesn't keep moving forward. So what is on the docket for you, like, coming in the next couple months after this passes, or maybe not? What are you
Well,
working on?
I rather than thinking about, what's going to happen next month, I've been taking it day by day, or month by month rather. So I know this month I've been, it's been like a double-edged sword. It's like you don't everything that's happening in the world is happening, and then with work. But then on the flip side, I'm now finalizing projects that I've had on the back burner forever. Fortunate enough, my artistic side, that wheel keeps spinning. So I still get
Sure.
to paint, um, I safely go outside and do some street photography and just trying to capture this moment in time that by the special grace of God will never repeat itself again.
Amen. Amen.
So creatively, I have been just feeding that beast. I was supposed to be working on an acoustic album um, in a different studio, and not one that I'm in right now, but that's been put on pause. So I'm just songwriting, painting, photography,
All right.
and keeping up with my workout regimen. Trying to be like you when I grow up.
Well, so I'm really just kind of doing a lot of cardio right now. I
Yeah,
did order a squat rack, so I'm gonna hopefully put that together tonight, so I can get a little bit more back into the hardcore training. But it's hard. Like, as much as I can work out at home, I really enjoy the gym, and it's more because being around other people
absolutely,
pushes you, it motivates you,
absolutely,
and,
absolutely.
and it's like there's just something about the whole, like, process to just getting yourself together and going and just showing up for yourself at the gym. It's
Absolutely.
so much different at home.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because the thing about working out at home is sometimes you get in your head and you allow the fatigue that's not there to even set in. Usually you probably do 15 reps, at 9, you're now calling it quits, like, okay, on to the next. But when you're actually at the gym, you get to push yourself, you got the vibe that's going on. And, a lot of us do it subconsciously. We want to outdo someone else that's doing
Yeah.
something right over
Yes.
there. So,
They call it beast mode, baby.
be smart. Oh, I feel you. I shove my headphones in, and it's
Oh
actually
yeah.
I stopped lifting heavy the past probably 2 years, and I've been doing a lot of kettlebell training
Okay. Yeah.
personally,
It's good
and
stuff.
just sticking with cardio. And I've been doing yoga for probably 5 years at this point.
Oh, love yoga.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that's probably why you look so good.
Hey, thank you. Am I blushing? Hold on.
No, but I might be now. No.
No, you always look great.
Oh,
You're
thank you. Thank you.
you're a fan favorite, whatever that means.
Oh, well, the feeling is mutual. So, were you gonna play something for us?
Yes. Let's see. I gotta figure out what it's gonna be. Okay, let's play this song. I haven't played this song in probably 2 years, so hopefully I remember the chord
Okay.
progression. It's called "Heal the World with a Smile," and I actually want to. I have this recorded.
I think that's fitting right now, actually.
Yeah, I have it recorded. I haven't played it in public, and I wanted to do like a Facebook Live something. I just haven't got it yet. But I think let me play it for you.
Okay.
Hopefully I don't mess up. It's been a while.
That's all right if you mess up.
All around us, there's hurt and pain. While some things change, others stay the same. We search for answers through the tears in our eyes, but as long as we have each other, we can make it by. Lending a helping hand when you can, and heal the world with a smile. Oh yeah, heal the world with a smile. Oh yeah, it's just the little things that can make something beautiful. Yeah. The simple good act of kindness can change the world. We're all we got in this big old universe. Yeah. No matter your sex, color, or creed, we are all from one tribe, this human tribe of love. Heal the world with a smile. Oh yeah. 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 One smile at a time. One smile at a time. One smile at a time.
That was awesome. Oh my
Thank you.
gosh. Oh my
Thank
God,
you.
that was a beautiful song.
Now I'm ready to put it on social media.
You should. You should.
Yeah,
Because
I mean, I messed up the last part, but it's all good.
nobody will know.
Exactly.
No, I wouldn't know.
Exactly.
I mean, that's a perfect song for right now, considering like what we're all going through. So,
Yeah, yeah.
well, thank you, Obi, for your time today. Is there anything else you'd like to share with everybody?
Just be well. Be well. Check on people. More importantly, take care of yourself. I mean, you can't move a speck of dust out of someone's eye when you have a log of wood in yours. So you have to take care of your
I
you
love
have,
that.
you have to take care of yourself first before you can take care of anyone else. And by the grace of God, when this all passes, we can still, maintain some of the practices that we've learned uh, during these unfortunate circumstances. So
I would completely agree. I had this conversation earlier, but thank you so much for joining me on my channel and on my podcast.
thank you.
So you guys, this is Deanna Kuempel, your host of Label Free Podcast. To live your best life, you must live label free. Thank you for joining me. As always, please subscribe, like, share, comment, and I look forward to speaking to you soon.